Is it because you think Haydn needs to use pedal? So firstly, we don't usually pedal in classical music, classical period. Secondly, you pedal through all the scale passages. Who pedals scale passages? Especially when they are so slow, okay? When the music is so slow, you still pedal, you hear all the dissonances coming together. Not only you pedal scale passages, you even pedal all the chromatic passages. You got to understand you need a very transparent and clean sound. Not that I'm trying to say the entire piece you cannot pedal. No, of course there are places where you can, but you need to understand it yourself. You cannot pedal through the entire thing. Secondly, you still have wrong counting. You're going to follow metronome. I know I haven't set it yet. Okay, so we're going to play with the metronome because you still didn't get the counting correct. Play. Don't pedal. Okay, we're going to do it again without the metronome first. Don't pedal. So you were pedaling through this bar and you did not play the slurs. So the slurs are like bowing marks. You need to play the slurs. One more time, don't pedal. Okay, so we're going to do it again. Observe your slurs. First one is louder on the first note. Second one is louder on the second note. Just start from that bar. Slur. There is no accent on the second note of the slur until the second one. And after three slurs, where do we arrive? Into this appoggiatura note. But you play them softer. Okay, but not too loud because there is no crescendo. It's just to arrive. Hands together. One more time. You still didn't play this with enough tension. So this is what I mean by your practice needs to be efficient. So I already told you slur, but it took so long. You still can't play your slur. And after you play your slur correctly, you didn't get the sound right. And when you try to get your sound right, your counting is wrong. And then you need to practice 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Goal cannot fulfill because you're wasting your time. So when you practice, think. What do you have to do? Simple. How to do the slur. What to do here, what to do here. Okay, I know now. Then you do it. Don't waste time doing so many times. So now you're going to think carefully. You're going to get everything that I said to you correctly now. Did I stop you? Okay. The right hand needs to sing out a little bit more than the left hand. Okay, and the B flat is a tie. Did you see I'm telling you the easiest thing ever? All the easy things. Your tone. have the same thing over here, which you try to play this chord very loud just now. No instruction was given there, so please don't overplay. It's the second note that is louder, but you play the first note louder. That was what I told you the last lesson, so you didn't work on it correctly. And you play the reaching note the softest again. And you did not resolve this. Did you see the things that I asked you to do? You're not careful enough. I know your practice is always like this, and I don't like it. I don't want to waste my time like this. And this needs a little bit more expression. It's too flat. Next question is, these four notes and these four notes, are they the same rhythm? These four notes and these four notes, are they the same rhythm? You always play the last set slower. Very accurate. The rest of the beats are accurate except this. When you start, you didn't start at the right timing. Always watch your tone. Don't just play a very pale tone. Sing out the right hand a little bit more. Okay, now the rhythm is correct. Everything is too loud, too heavy. And if you want to shake, you can, but you still have to end it soft. Why the pedal comes in again? Okay, so you always try to play this chord very loud. Somehow, you are understanding that this is dominant, you want to feel more. Yes, you can feel it a little more intense, but don't play it loud. Then, when they write forzando, these are the louder one, you play them softer than the first chord that you play. And the reason why he stopped his portato there, because he has reached the highest note. And you need to express the highest note. That is why he stopped the portato. So try to go portato up and then express the last note. Okay, try again. And then write 5 and you use 4. That's why you play wrong notes. No matter how we express the bar before, every time you come to this appoggiatura chord that I told you a couple of times, you need to emphasize on the first note a little bit more. Your rhythm is not correct. Again, you see, I asked you to follow the metronome. 4 weeks, 5 weeks later, still got wrong rhythm. You are not getting the rhythm, not very accurate. Make sure you know this comes with that. Okay, one more time. It's because you want to express, you try to delay notes by yourself. You play Haydn, you have to be very strict with your rhythm. This is not a romantic music. Okay, so very first time when you play just now, you didn't even rest this. So you rest this and then you went straight to this. So you didn't get the counting correct. Next, these repeated notes that you play, we said there is no staccato. You are still playing staccato. The notes have to play legato inside. Means don't release all the way up and you have to go back down. So this is called legato. Too sticky because your hand is too tense. And you didn't put your weight here. The first note you have to put your weight in. Doesn't mean it's loud, just sit in. You don't have to play from outside then move inside. Play inside. Don't come all the way up. You are still playing staccato. Okay, let's see. And then right hand always sing out, but you still don't sing out. And you didn't release. And you have to separate this. All the articulation. Keep legato. Always sing out the right hand. Your sound is very pale. Sing out. Sing out means a little more focus on your tone. Why so loud? Okay, the crescendo is very little. It's not a lot, but you need to have a direction. But this forte should come more sudden than a nice crescendo into it. And it doesn't come with an attack. So it has to come slowly. Don't attack the notes. Okay? And you don't understand, only this note is loud. The rest of the notes are not strong. D, that's. And your ornament, can you play it properly? I think 3 is better. And it also makes sense. They ask you to use 2 here. Of course, this is 3. Why would you use another fingering? Keep your tone focus. And here, you need to feel the interval. It's a 7th. That's what I taught you just now whenever you have repeated notes. Okay, we're going to do it again. Play inside the keys. Means don't come all the way up. And go to this. So if you remember just now I said there is an interval here. We have another interval here. This is a 7th. This is also a 7th. Don't start the ornament loud, but you go to that note. You did a and this is the same as this thing that I've been telling you. da da, yadam. Start together. No, da 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 da, 1 2. Okay, start again from there. One more time, and then you never arrive into that note. Why so loud at da 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 da? You are practicing now when to come in. You didn't practice it at home. This has to be more legato, not so detached. Okay? And when you come to this, bring out the left hand note. Here. Than your right hand. You need balance. Right hand is the melody. You have to come back down, and each time the left hand starts, you have to start with a soft tone so that you can get to where you want to get to. And once you reach the peak, which is over here, the highest note together with the left hand, you can slowly think about getting softer before you lean into that accented note. And this is the same as the one that I've been telling you, the end of the phrase one, this one. The next chord. One more time. You are not very secure with what you are playing. So, because you didn't practice all these dynamics, you play the ornament loud, which is supposed to be soft. You play this too soft when it's supposed to be loud. And when you come to the C, you are very uncertain whether you have to play one note or two note or what you have to do because you didn't play correctly. And that is the tension note. We should always play soft. I've gone through with you many times. Tension note is not soft. Okay, you're gonna do it again. I say this many times already, throughout the piece, because this every 4 bars they have that note. For every 4 bars they have that note. But every time you come to that note, you still played it incorrectly. So think about it, understand it. On your ornament again. Not only that, from the staccato, you add legato and pedal by yourself towards the end, which I already told you no pedal. I don't understand why you pedal these last 3 notes. For what reason? Know what you have to do first before you do. I don't want to try many times. Think before you do. Legato. I mean, the book is in front of you, right? next note. That is the softest point. Why? Because that's on the upbeat, that's on a semi-quaver. Okay, this one you have to play both notes. The tie is not written, it's a bracketed. Play from there. Happening every 4 bars. So up to now I don't know how many 4 bars have I taught you, but every 4 bars there is this. But you still didn't understand the first note is an appoggiatura, which also means it's a non-harmony note, which also means you need to emphasize on it. And you will always have to resolve on the next note. I said it all the time. Just now I just said it. Now I said it again. You understand or you don't understand? You sure? Okay, then don't make me say so many times. You play the resolve louder than the dissonance. Okay, so this, where does it come from? What is the difference? Then why you play so loud? So you must make a difference. It doesn't mean, oh, it's the same, I'm going to play the same way. It's written differently. So after you finish this diminuendo and play it darker and softer, it's not loud. Over here, there are many of these things over here. So it doesn't happen every 4 bars anymore. First one is here. Second one is here. Third one is here. Fourth one is here. Okay? And the last one is here. So they are all non-harmony notes here. So of course, the first thing you need to know is that note needs to be louder. And as you see, the notes are progressing. D flat, E flat, F, and very high F. Then we finally arrive to the cadence, which means you need to feel the intensity growing. That's why you cannot start this loud. This is the very first one. Not too big. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. And now arrive, but your left hand is not helping. So firstly, we said no staccato. You have been playing staccato throughout. Secondly is same note, same note, same note, same note, different note. You didn't feel the difference. So you were playing very soft here for no reason. And the interval is a augmented 6. It's quite a different sound. And more. Different. You are very tense in your shoulders. What is that? No, what are you playing? must use 4. When they say 2, you must use 1. When they say 1, you must use 2. When they say 5, you must use 4. Why can't you just read what's written in the score? And you have another appoggiatura in the left hand, which is this note. I already say don't join, and you are trying your very best to join. Don't play non-legato. It's a second movement. And we reach the peak, which also means this scale is coming back down. Did I say legato? You play very non-legato and quickly hurry through every note legato to the end. I don't understand what you're playing here. You got no pulse, okay? So, here. So you don't know how to read 3, is it? That is what I mean by you cannot waste time. If at home you set a goal you didn't achieve, you know you are wasting time. This fingering 3, you only need to practice 1 time. You don't need to practice 10 times to realize that is a third finger. Got pulse or not? I don't know what you're playing here. So, you tried so many times and you still cannot get the pulse. What do you think you should do? I'm really teaching you not to waste your time. Like you can do many times and time just take and pass away. You see, we cannot finish the lesson 1. We cannot finish your piece. Because you're wasting time, you do many times. But once you have a mistake, you must know, okay, this is not going to work. I must do something to get it right. But you keep on trying and then it's wrong and wrong many times like that. So what are you going to do? What? Where? Okay, if you think that helps, let's try. So does that help? You played correctly, you didn't play incorrectly, but you didn't feel the beat. You should stop here and feel this beat first. This is the beat that you don't feel. It's because you don't understand 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You feel it? Okay, now to the B flat. Okay, so what do you notice? Exactly! You just keep on feeling, try to move very fast. So, Newton, you see, I asked you to follow 62 at home. You follow until, this is still 62, until you cannot even play. That's why I put my words very upfront just now. Because from the way I hear you play a capucine, I already know how you practiced. I work so hard on all the details on how to make it sound good. You play very messily. Look at this. So many parts, your rhythm is wrong. Even though I say follow the metronome, you follow or not? I don't even know you turn on the metronome or not. So that's what I say. You want to practice, you practice your best. You don't want to practice your best, don't waste time. Close the piano lid, go study. You go and study, go and play, go and do whatever you want. Don't spend time on piano. Do it only when you want to do your best and you want to correct something and you want to improve. If after one practice session there's no improvement, don't play the piano, don't waste time. That's why I asked you first before we start the lesson. Did you see what I'm talking about? You see for yourself. I didn't listen to this for 4 weeks. 4 weeks later, the rhythm you still cannot play. If I never listen for 2 months you also cannot play. You need a guardian, is it? That's what I mean. I want you to be serious about your practice. You're not just wasting your time, you're wasting my time. Then now what I do? I have to sit here and practice this bar with you until you get it right. Because you didn't practice it at home. See? This rhythm you also cannot get it. Just now this was in a big mess. I also don't know why you're playing this. Know where is the pulse. Don't always try to play through. If you feel something is not right, always do a stop to the pulse that you have to play so that you know, oh, I'm wrong here, I'm correct here. Slow down on your left hand. Then you realize you don't have enough time, you speed up your right hand. Even. You think it's correct? Not quite. Not accurate. See, that's why I tell you it's not accurate. So you try so many times already, what are you going to do? You're still going to continue to try until I say something. You are not going to continue to try. You have to find a way to make yourself play correctly. That's what I mean by about your practice. You will practice, you will sit in front of the piano, you will do it again. I feel you're wasting your time. So when you do 1 time, 2 times, you realize, oh, I cannot get it already. Change your method. So what method are you going to use now? That was the first method I asked you to do. Okay, so let's see if you can get the second part. Just the second part. Not accurate. Not accurate. You know, you still don't understand one more thing. Okay? So, of course, you say you have to stop here, you have to stop here because that was what I asked you to do. But if you try to stop at the main beats and you can't get it, you have to think of another way. What is the better way to do? Subdivide, because you can't feel this beat. So instead of doing everything in the crotchet, one end, the end you're not feeling it in between. How do you know you're feeling correctly or not? Count. See, now you count, you realize you're wrong, right? Just now you play, you thought you're correct. You just assume you're correct. How do you know you're correct or not? You will only know if you're correct after you play these. So that you know they are even or not. This is logic. Okay, I'm going to teach you another way. This will not work because you can keep on doing that. So you like to try one method and you keep trying 20 times, 30 times until you get it right. So you try a few times, you can't feel it. What do? Play the skeleton first. Which is this note, and this note. Yeah? So you play the skeleton, you know the rhythm is like this. Then when you fit in other notes, keep that rhythm. Yes. Okay, so the first thing that you learn today is don't practice mindlessly. That's why you cannot finish what you need to practice. That is why you cannot achieve what you need to practice. And then you give excuses. No excuses. You didn't do it because you didn't practice. Okay? Secondly, when you practice, if you practice and you realize this method doesn't work, I cannot get it right, you're going to do it 20 times? Think of a way to help yourself. Okay, maybe I have to split this. Maybe I have to do that. I have to do this. I have to do that. And after you split, you realize you cannot get it right. Think of a way to help yourself. Okay, maybe that's too big a portion. I'm going to do smaller. I'm going to do that. But for you is, you don't think. You just try again and again and again and again. And then again for 20 times, it is still wrong. And then you still continue to try your best to try. That's not being hardworking. That's being stupid. You understand or not? And at the end of it, you finish your practice 1 hour, you realize you can only play 1 hour Haydn first 2 pages, and that's all. Then, Bach no need to practice. Molly on the show no need to practice. You got to divide your time. So the thing is, you cannot just waste your time. Just like in our class, I cannot extend your time. We only have an hour, right? And then do so many times until I got to stop you. Okay, can you please think first, and then got to practice with you. Thirdly, I give you the metronome of 62. Actually, all the rhythm you should have gotten it right before you come for lesson today. And you didn't get it right. Because you didn't practice with the metronome. So you tell me, why should I forgive you again and again and again? Piece never finished for me. Haydn practice without practice a metronome, still got so many mistakes. Why should I forgive you again and again like this? I don't need, and I don't want to. I don't want to. You back up. You think about it yourself. Okay? So remember, don't waste your own time. This belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. But you played it so badly that even an outsider feel for you. Go to the bathroom first.